I thought that the Supreme Court said no more student loan forgiveness, Joe Biden. And yet, Joe Biden just did it again. Joe Biden has done it again. He is, ready for this? On his way to forgiving 813,000 student loan borrowers. The letters are going out today that their federal loans were forgiven. They're not forgiven. They're just transferred from the obligation signed by each one of these kids when they were in school, from them to the federal government. The banks are all still going to get paid. But now Claire Lopez is part of the loan forgiveness program. Congratulations. I wonder whose loan you paid off with your tax dollars. It makes me sick that it seems like, at least as part of the talking points, as Joe Biden said, what this relief means to them. For too long, the student loan program failed to live up to its commitments. And all of these remaining student borrowers are going to get relief that they deserve, $39 billion worth. They signed loan agreements. They got the money. You are paying back their loans. How do you feel about that?
Well, not very good at all, especially because I paid off my student loans and our daughter eventually paid off hers too. This is not the obligation of we, the taxpayer. It is the students and maybe their families who signed those papers and took out those loans. What I don't understand, though, Barry, is that the Supreme Court issued a ruling some time back that it would be illegal, unconstitutional for the Biden administration to just erase away student loans at the stroke of a pen. And yet somehow
how did they do this?
Doing it anyway, and I don't understand how. I don't know how they're doing this.
The power of the executive order at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, at least from the outside looking in, seems to circumvent the separation of powers and the balance between judiciary, executive, and legislative. If he can do this, where the Supreme Court, as you said before, ruled this is a legislative requirement. The president can't do it.
Somehow this needs to go back through the court system, I guess, and maybe return all the way up to the Supreme Court. But this is not legal. This is not constitutional.
But it's going to buy votes.
Well, 813 he hopes for anyway, I guess.
Yeah, it's a lot of money for those votes. Absolutely. And there's a lot of people that are going to go, well, I don't necessarily like Joe Biden, but I got to be honest with you. I'm really happy I don't know 50 grand anymore for my art history degree because I couldn't pay it off working at Starbucks, right?
Something like that. We shall see.